Hi guys and welcome back to the channel and welcome to FRIEREN Friday number 9. We are of course checking out episode number 9 of FRIEREN today, and this one I'm really excited for because we are potentially going to see a big fight between FRIEREN and Aura the Guillotine. I don't know if we will see the fight this episode, if things will lead up to a fight, if they're going to have a lot of back and forth, if we'll learn stuff about the past, if there will be new information, just anything like that. I'm sure that there will be plenty to see within this episode and I'm very excited for it. We will also potentially see Lugner and the girl that I can't remember the name of chasing down and facing off against Fern and Stark, and we'll see what comes of that. I'm very excited to see this because it's going to be a very jam-packed, action-packed potential episode, and I can't wait to see what comes of this. I can't wait to see our main characters do what they do best, and yeah, here we go. We're just going to dive right into this. Not going to talk any longer. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below letting me know your favorite of the main trio. I'd love to hear it, but let's go. FRIEREN Friday, episode 9. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, we're kicking things off right away with the same shot that we left off with. Lugner talking about FRIEREN. Oh, what a badass title. And why did she kill so many demons? That's what I want to know. I want to know what led to that, because I'm sure there's a reason. Aura the Guillotine episode 9. Hell yeah. We're not wasting time this episode. We're getting right into it. Hey, you shouldn't get up. You should stay lying down, rest. Very, very nice. We're gonna need a healer. See, that's what we're learning more and more. Like, we should listen to FRIEREN when it comes to these demons. The hero. With the hero, apologies. Well, you didn't know. 80 years ago. Oh shit, we're going back to Aura? Oh, Aura is back again. She really wants this time. Aura. Oh, I love the voice actress. Sounds very fitting for the role, actually, for how she looks. Okay, we're fighting a living armor. What does she do? What did she do? That's what you think. We're allowing you to think that, to believe that, but... More puppets. Magical beings. Okay, so the necklaces. Is that what... Okay. Is it the necklaces? Oh, are they guards who were positioned in this town 80 years ago, perhaps? Obedience. So that's what FRIEREN meant by puppets. Yeah, that's a crazy ability. Soul. Oh shit. Ah, so it's a battle of literal mana. Like strength. You can't even do anything about it. What happened with Himmel? Does Himmel have mana? So now it's a question of, is that FRIEREN? Even when we faced against her 80 years ago. What happened? What happened those 80 years ago that made her run away and hide for 80 years? Temporarily? Ah. That's one of the... That's what we saw. One of those necklaces. Himmel was the ultimate obstacle.
どうわ
Oh, what's this? We getting them to buy? Oh, dispel. Oh, nice. Are we lowering? Are we weakening our mana reserves?
前に戦った時は派手に吹き飛ばしていたじゃない。後でヒンメルに怒られたんだよ。ならますますこんなことをする必要ないでしょ。
Did he scold you because those were once people and they were against? It was against their own wills. That's why she's here, because Himmel is gone.
やっぱりお前たち魔族は化け物だ。
You don't understand.
容赦なく殺せる。
Without mercy.
こんなところで隠れていたら魔族が帰ってくれるのか?
Yo, look at that animation for him putting that jacket on. Holy shit. That was really smooth and fluid.
もしあのまま戦っていたら殺されていたのは私たちの。
Oh, really? Ah. Okay. That answers the question I had last episode when I asked why didn't they just finish them there and then.
いや、フェルンは衛兵の詰め所に行け。
We're splitting up. No, we're giving the demons exactly what they want. No.
俺は全力で土下座してフリーレンを連れ戻して。
That's not what Fern thought. Damn. You're distancing yourself. The distance between them. Now we gotta stay here and fight.
こいつを見せれば衛兵は言うことを聞いてくれるってよ。
Ah, I forgot that that was the same. Okay, so that was the symbol of the Graf Granite family that we saw on a piece of armor. Yeah, we'll do our best.
このくらい戦士なら普通だぜ。何か変なの?
両手血まみれで街中歩いてる戦士なんて見たことないですよ。
第一人のこと言えねえだろう。フェルンだって。
Yep, we need to clean up.
あ? これ誰の血だ?
Yep, we need to dispose of it.
どうしたんだ?
That's not your blood.
シュタルク様、この力魔力が。
Holy shit, that happened so fast. Really? Oh no, Fern. Yeah, what? Yeah, you're not the only one who can suppress. Demons have been probably doing it for longer than you've been alive. You sure like to run your mouth. I thought we'd be the one asking questions, but...
戦士アイゼンの一番弟子です。
そうか、数奇なものだな。かわいそうに。リーニ相手ではろくな死に方はしない。フリーレンはどこだ?
Stark ain't the one who's gonna be dying, trust me.
この町から逃げましたよ。
And that's the truth.
老番の衛兵を殺したせいです。
奴は魔族に強い恨みを持っている。魔族を殺すための魔法を自分の弟子に叩き込むほどに。
Holy shit, she's literally Luke Skywalker in this shit right now. Lady Aura.
動かないでください。フリーレン様の向かった先に心当たりがあるんですね。
Hell yeah, we do.
私を殺し損ねたというのは嘘ですよね。
Yeah.
あなたは私にあの不意打ちの石返しをしたかったんです。プライドが高くて傲慢で、
Proud and arrogant.
未だに私たちをフリーレン様以外を脅威とすら感じていない。
その前にお前の首が飛ぶ。
Can we do that and cast a defensive spell around ourselves at the same
フ
time?
リーレン様、私はお役に立てていますか?
You're very useful, what?
なんでそんなことを聞くの? 私はフリーレン様ほど魔法を完璧に
You just started? Frieren's been doing this for over 1,000 years?
生きてきた時間の違いだからね。フェルンが私に追いつくことはないよ。私はよく魔物との戦闘をフェルンに任せているでしょ。はい、今回も押し付けられました。 ごめんって。フェルンが戦った方が早く終わるんだ。
Oh shit, okay.
私よりも魔法を打つのが早いから。
She's got a faster trigger finger. She's the fastest gunslinger in the west.
私は魔法に人生の大半を捧げてきた。
Fastest spell slinger in the northern territory. Are you faster than Lugner? Oh, that was fast. Holy shit.
この反応そば。
Oh, she's got the reflexes of a champion.
心臓を撃ち抜かれている。
防御しましたね。やはり心臓が弱点ですか。
Ah, did his hand shake just now?
なるほど。人生を捧げたというのは嘘ではなさそうだ。では、全力で叩き潰してやろう。バルテーリエ。
Holy shit.
リュグナー様、邪魔すると怒るんだよね。
Oh, per you, interfering and feeling bad about it. Well, you're about to die, so what does it matter? I think you're gonna be the first of the three to die. Oh shit, the walking? Oh, she's got cold dead eyes like Frieren right now. Fern is just literally sidestepping your attacks. Oh, this is sick. Evan Call going off yet again. Wow. Did he rewrite her spell just now? Holy shit. Oh, that shot. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that shot looks so good. A battle of attrition. Here we go. You will not win this battle of attrition. Fern is just nonchalantly just blasting. Yep. Oh, he realizes he has to fight back. He can't just... He's depending on you down there. That's crazy. After all his talk, he's now depending on someone else. Holy shit. Oh, oh that was an RI, right? Ah, so she's using what she's learned in the past. Ooh, that's a sick technique to be able to just use any weapon you want using techniques that you've seen in the past. Eyes in the warrior, yep. I once memorized. Watching from the sidelines. Yep, we're imitating those movements that we saw 80 years ago. That's crazy. Yes, we can, and you will win. Oh shit, we're actually like... We're gonna get up, right? Is this after the time he smacked us? Or was this just through training? Okay, I think it's just training. That means a lot. Yeah, that means you haven't lost. There's still fight in you. Use their attacks against them. That's it, right? That's what it's gonna be. It's... Okay, never mind. Let's go, Aizen. Those are really powerful words. Very Rocky-esque. We haven't lost. Here we go. Oh, you're weaker than my master. I've suffered worse. Holy. Like fireworks. Jeez. But he's fast. Don't forget that he's fast. He can jump. He's taking the hit so he can get the hit. Ah, shit. Lightning strike? What? Oh, he killed her. She's gone. She's literally dead. Soul track. Oh, there it is. And now Lugner is dead too. Holy shit. Demon killing magic. Wow. Stark and Fern got it done. That was sick. But now I'm really worried for Stark. Stark is going to need a healer. I don't think regular healing things are gonna help Stark right now. He is going to need a healer who is well versed in healing magics. Oh, I've just realized as well in this ending, the different leaves and stuff are like the hairs. So that was Flamme as we saw Stark's and Fern's before that. That's really cool. Wow, this episode was insanely hype, insanely well executed, and just all around incredible. This was an amazing episode, and it's sadly maybe going to be one though that I don't have as much to say after the episode, because all I can really do from this episode is gush about the animation, the OST, the voice acting, and just everything that happened within the episode. But in terms of like most of the time my post-talk analysis, post-episode talks are kind of theorizing and talking about things that were said and what they could mean and everything like that. But this one was so flashy that that's really the main beef of this episode, and I loved it. This was a huge switch up from what we have been getting in Frieren. Frieren, up until this point, has kind of mostly been learning a lot through dialogue and a lot of conversation, and then like just we learn through actions of others and stuff like that. But this episode was more so focused on the fighting, on the action, what others have learned, what they can do, and just everything like that. We learned a lot in that sense. Obviously, in terms of animation, this is probably the best all-round episode for how animation has looked within the series. Granted, the animation in the episode with Stark fighting the dragon was absolutely bombastic and amazing. It looked so good. But this episode had so many of those moments where anytime Fern was fighting, anytime Lugner was fighting, anytime Stark was fighting with, I've already forgotten her name. I feel so bad that I keep forgetting her name. It's not that she's forgettable. I think that she's a great foil for Stark, especially within this episode, because Stark, a lot of what is holding him back is his memories of his master, and how his master was always better than him, and how he felt rejected by his master in the end because he ran away after his master attacked him. And so Stark still has a lot of those feelings regarding Aizen, and so when he sees someone using Aizen's moves, it probably triggers a lot of thoughts in his head, and it's kind of like a great way for him to overcome those feelings of doubt and insecurity and feeling weaker and everything like that, because he's able to beat someone who is imitating his master. Granted, yes, they're weaker than his master. His master's moves are stronger, but it has to feel great. It has to feel like something for Stark, right? To be able to overcome that. And I think that that's probably a huge thing for him in this moment, to have that. Let me see if I can find the name of that girl again, because I feel so bad. It's like something Leone, it's something like that, right? Let me just see if I can find it. Linnea. It's not Leone, it's Linnea. I think her ability, her power, what she can do is sick. I love it when people can do shit like this. It's obviously very similar to Kakashi from Naruto, and that's, I've only seen like 50 something episodes of Naruto, so I can't talk too deeply about that because I'm not as aware, but I know he's essentially a sponge. He can use techniques that he saw in battle and use them at any time. Like, he can use your own attacks against you, and Linnea in this episode tries to use Stark's master's moves against Stark, and in a very ironic sense, you know, beating the apprentice with his master's moves. And obviously that ends up being the biggest mistake she could have made. That's what basically turns the tides of this battle against her and means Stark can beat her, because if anyone is well versed and knowledgeable in Aizen's moves, it's Stark. Stark is Aizen's greatest pupil after all. And so he's able to recognize what it is that Linie can do that Aizen couldn't and use that to his advantage to create an opening that can take Linie down. And he does it masterfully, even if it means endangering his own life. I feel like the comment he made at the end where he says he was willing to throw away his own life to take her down, I feel like that's in a sense indicating that he knows he isn't going to die from this attack, but he needs some sort of medical assistance almost immediately, I'm assuming, because she hit him in what looked like the guts, and if he doesn't get healed or patched up very soon, he will be in danger and he could die. I don't think he will die because he is a very important character, and I don't think this is going to be the end of Stark simply because of plot armor. but I think that he is in serious danger without help, and I think that that's going to be the next big thing that Fern has to do. Fern has to find someone who can heal him, and I hope that that means we will be finding a healer for the party in the next episode or two. This episode really shed some light on the relationship that Aura and Frieren had in the past. Not necessarily relationship per se, but relationship in the sense that they knew each other 80 years ago when they fought. And obviously 80 years ago when they fought, they didn't kill Aura. They didn't have the mana required to take Aura down. But that gives me the assumption that what that means is 80 years ago, Aura tried to make Himmel a thrall under her will. In doing so, Himmel created an opening where he almost killed Aura. That scared the shit out of Aura, and that forced her to retreat until Himmel died. Even at the age of 80 or whatever age Himmel lived to, she was terrified of Himmel, the hero. And so now that Himmel is no longer around, I feel like she doesn't feel scared. She has no need to fear repeating what she did in the past. It's kind of a sense of like she will not be repeating those same mistakes because those mistakes will not happen because there is no one around with a will as strong as Himmel's. I guess now we will see. I think the assumption going forward is that it's going to be a battle between mages, a battle between whose mana is stronger than the other. I feel like it's being set up that Aura's mana is untoppable, unbeatable. Frieren, while being as powerful as she is, will not be able to have a stronger mana pool, mana well within her than that of Aura's. And so what I think will maybe happen in the next episode is that Frieren will get an opportunity like Himmel where Frieren is under the will of Aura, and Frieren will take the moment where she can, using her strong will, summon her staff and kill Aura. I think that's what might happen. I think that Frieren, it looked like she's lost, but she's going to use that moment and show that she's got a stronger will than anyone else that's ever faced off against Aura and defeat her. But then that's me saying defeat her, but we don't actually know if Aura can be defeated by magic. We don't know what these sages of destruction are capable of, how to take them down or anything like that, because if we knew how to do that, we would have done so 80 years ago. But I'm very excited to see more of that, and it's going to be a great episode 10. I'm so excited that episode 10, the episode where we enter double digits, is going to be a huge spectacle, a huge episode for Frieren. Frieren is going to get to flex, show off, and do what she does best, and I'm very excited to see that. We got to see her use Dispel magic, which was very cool, because I'd never even actually thought about using Dispelling magic, but it makes perfect sense, right? If we can dispel enough of these armor puppets around us, then that will weaken Aura's army greatly. And I'm now thinking about it, why is she marching on this town again? What is it about this town? Is there anything about this town necessarily, or is it just her trying to prove that she can be stronger than the magic of Flame and she can overcome that? And is this kind of like a flex thing? Is this a power thing that she's trying to do? Like, I don't know. I guess we don't know the intentions of Aura. If there are intentions, maybe it's literally just, I want to kill humans, I want to raise this town, and that's all I want to do. Like, that, it could be as simple as that, but I guess we don't know. And I guess then also in that sense, the question of, well, how could she enter the town to kill the inhabitants? She cannot, because she is a demon. She cannot enter because of Flame's magic. But the puppets she is controlling, I don't know if those puppets could enter because they were once human. Once powerful knights, powerful humans that faced off against Aura once upon a time. So yeah, it's pretty interesting and exciting that we might get those answers in the next episode. And yeah, I can't wait. I think that Fern is absolutely badass. First of all, I haven't really talked about Fern yet because I wanted to spend most of this post talk, or at least a good chunk of it, talking about Fern because, one, Fern is so smart. She recognized almost too late, but just in time, that the blood on Stark and the blood on her dress, everything like that, her cloak, had mana on it. It was tracking mana. There was mana within the blood, and she threw her cloak off. She was trying to get Stark to take his jacket off, but right as she was doing that, she was struck by blood magic and it pierced her, pinned her up against a wall, and that's when Lugner showed up and started playing his cards. From then on, the episode just got badass. The way Fern had cold dead eyes this episode was very Frieren-esque. I think she looked the most like Frieren that she has ever looked within this series yet, and it was an absolute, it was a treat to watch. I really do love Fern a lot. She is such an interesting character because she's very like Frieren, but very much not like Frieren. It's very hard to pin her down as a character because she is both Frieren's apprentice and her own person. And I think that's what makes her great. She's not just Frieren 2.0. She is Fern. And what is Fern good at? Fern is good at pulling spells faster than anyone. She shows that off a lot in this episode. I think it's really cool when she used, the Luke Skywalker special of using the Force to pull her staff towards herself. It was very Empire Strikes Back. There's just so much. This episode was an absolute spectacle, and she's smart. She realizes that Lugner was giving her this opportunity. She doesn't think that she has outsmarted him, outpowered him, or anything like that. She recognizes, you set this up. You only pinned me here because you didn't like that I got an advantage over you. I surprised you with an attack and you wanted to do the same to me, but you still don't see me as a threat. You only see Frieren as a threat. That's why you're asking all these questions about Frieren. You're not even here to kill me. You just want to leave me here and just leave and go take down Frieren. That's all you want. I really do love and appreciate that Fern is intelligent. Fern is a really smart character, and she flexes that intelligence within this episode where she deduces Lugner's actual intentions and what he actually wants and means here. Because Lugner is not surprised by Fern breaking out of the spell or anything like that, and we get a flashback then to Frieren basically saying to Fern that yes, your strength in magic is not as strong as mine, but your strength is in how fast you can use spells, how fast you can kill monsters, and everything like that. And so Fern's strength is in her speed, and I think that that's going to be a big thing going forward, because I'm sure there will be a situation down the line in the future where maybe things look so dire for Frieren. Frieren is not able to do anything, but Fern is able to quickly cast a defensive spell, cast some sort of spell that will protect Frieren, protect the crew, anything like that. I think that Fern's strength is going to be a huge strength and a huge point of something that we will see going forward. And I think that another interesting thing is that Fern's strength being her speed is also, in a sense, Stark's strength. Because we saw in the previous episode, and we've seen in other episodes, Stark is insanely speedy. He is so fast. And so is this kind of like a whole play on like, oh, the young, they're fast, they've got a lot of spring in their step, all of that. I don't think it's necessarily that, but I think it is a really interesting dialogue that these two are very fast and they are very young, especially compared to Frieren and these other demons. Fern deduces that Lugner's weak point is in his heart because that's where he protected, and from then on we just get an absolute spectacle of animation. The animation and the OST from Evan Call, the pairing of the two, Madhouse's animation, Evan Call's OST. What a phenomenal 10 minutes. I don't even know, 5 minutes. Maybe it was only 1 minute, but it felt like I was watching just the most incredible, amazing sequence that I have seen in a very long time. This was so great to watch. It's funny because I'm watching this in a world where One Piece has finally returned. But I haven't watched any of the new One Piece yet. I know there's an episode or two, and I don't actually know. And I would love to watch it, but I haven't yet. And I'm sure the animation in that is incredible. And this is kind of reminding me of that because a lot of the flashiness and the smoothness in the animation is reminding me of what we've seen in recent One Piece. And I'm not saying that to denounce what I've seen in Frieren within this episode, but it's a huge, great thing that those two series right now, like Frieren, I've only seen 9 episodes, and already I have it up there with a series that I think is on top of the game right now when it comes to animation. I know that that's not fair because my test pool of like series that I've watched is very small. So to say like those two right now are the two best in terms of animation is not exactly fair because I can't say that. But from what I've seen, these two series clear, and Frieren is honestly amazing. And the animation here, I'm so glad that we got to see Fern and Lugner just fight in the most intense way possible. And yeah, I guess I don't really have much more to say because I would just be here gushing over the animation and everything, but Fern is an absolute beast. And I love her so much. I cannot wait to see her do more. I cannot wait to see what she does next. She is going to be an absolute beast to be reckoned with. And I love that Frieren knows that and recognizes that and knows that she can hold her own. And that's why Frieren was comfortable leaving Fern and Stark here as she went off to do something else, because Frieren knew these two could get it done. Yeah, that's what this episode was about. This episode was about the apprentices, and what a great showcase of what they can do here. This was an amazing episode. This is definitely up there with the best in terms of episodes I've watched in a long time, and I cannot wait to watch episode 10. It's going to be an absolute blast. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know, like I said below, who your favorite character is of the main trio down below, and I will see you in the next one. I hope that you're able to have a great day and take it easy. I will see you next time, next Frieren Friday. Take care.